Welcome to episode 4 of Backroom Basics for As the Curl Turns. This is Kira Frost. My name is Erin Lopez, and today we are talking blow dry. Lots of videos on YouTube about blow drying your hair. Lots of round brush videos, and do not get me wrong, I love me a round brush, even though she really doesn't.
Don't get me started.
I love round brushing. It gives you a big, huge Victoria's Secret blowout, but that's not the only way to blow dry hair.
It's not.
I did notice, however, in most of these videos that if they do talk about the products that they're using, they don't talk about why. They just go like this. Na 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 na.
I'm reading off the label. Come on, guys.
Yeah. So we are here today to tell you about foundation products and finishing products. Kira is going to talk about foundation products, which means you put them in before the blow dry. And I'm going to talk about finishing products, which means you put them in after. Kira, take it away.
Thanks, Erin.
No problem.
All right. So, product-wise. First and foremost, let me explain that products are necessary. Absolutely. Don't think that
Reach it.
you can get away with not using anything, and I'll tell you why. If you're going to use a blow dryer on your hair, you need a heat protector. You need something that creates a barrier between your hair and that heat, direct heat that you're going to be applying. So whether you're round brushing or not, you need something to create that heat barrier, heat protection, I should say. So my first one, I'm talking about 3 products today. I don't want to bombard you with a million products, even though I totally could. But I'll start out with the first product, one of my favorites, which is Phyto. Can you see that? Yeah. Phyto is one of the most, I would say, natural hairlines, hair care lines that we carry, probably that's actually made. And they focus a lot on essential oils, a lot of botanical ingredients. Defersant here is perfect for someone who wants really clean hair. So this would be my first stepping stone, actually, when it comes to someone that maybe has never used product before but is still a daily blow dryer. This would be my number 1 for you because, first of all, it's odorless, even though it does have horseradish in the back. I think that's funny. It's a funny little quirky ingredient. I'm not going to let you know all the ingredients because that would get ridiculous, but Defersant.
Horseradish is the most interesting.
Yeah, I've never used anything with horseradish before.
Just scoop it on.
Even though you did send me a little tip about the tuna,
Hey.
and now I'm totally addicted. It's great. Just a little zing.
Yep.
Anyway.
Horseradish in your tuna. Thank you, Le Boulanger. I have
so
it in my
good.
I have it in my tuna salad all the time.
I wasn't a believer until I tried it.
Oh my
And
gosh!
it's
It adds
totally
that
opened
little
it up.
extra zip that you need in tuna because let's be honest, tuna fish can get really, really boring. Smack it on some bread, you're kind of like, snoozer. But you add some horseradish into your tuna. A little side note.
Absolutely. I'm a believer now.
Tasty.
Thank you, Erin. So, back to Defersant. Defersant, again, odorless, weightless. You can cocktail this with anything else. But again, perfect stepping stone because it's virtually weightless in your hair. But it does create that barrier that I was talking about. My second favorite is Wired. And if you have read my blog, you will know that
Bonafidebeautician.com.
Thank you. This is my one-time favorite product, absolutely, and I'm so glad we've been reunited. Wired is an amazing product.
And it feels so good.
I don't even know how to, I don't know what I'm doing next to this woman. So, Wired is perfect for someone who has maybe a shorter length and wants a big textured feel to it. It's perfect because it is just a normal, flexible cream. And so what you do with any product, any cream, Defersant, finisher that Erin will get to, you put it in your hands like hand cream, and you get it in between your fingers and on the backs of your hands. So that way you get even distribution. And you can get this product from root to ends, and you're really going to get really great distribution. And then when you blow dry it in, it gives you a great foundation to then add in more texture with a finisher. So I love Wired because it gives as little or as much as foundation as you want. If you use a lot in a shorter texture, you can make it really extreme. If you use it or cocktail it with maybe an anti-frizz product, you can get a beautiful smooth blow dry. It's definitely one of those versatile products that can go with any texture, even curly hair. You can diffuse this in and get a beautiful smooth curl out of it. So again, if you like versatility in styling, or you play with your lengths a lot, like going from short to long, this would be something that you would keep in your cabinet, cabinet or drawer, that would stand the test of time. Absolutely.
Hairstyling is like building a house. You can't, when you're blow drying your hair, you have to have some kind of foundation or else you can't have a great finish. So if you have no volume in your hair, if you like that natural feel, you don't want to put anything in it, you don't want to weigh it down, but you're frustrated by the fact that it's too flat, or it moves too much, or it doesn't do it's got frizz, it doesn't do anything that you want it to do. Right. It's because really you need a little bit of product. Yeah. You don't need 5 layered products. You don't need a ton of Aquanet, but you do need something in your hair to give it that foundation so that you can have a nice shape all throughout the day.
Right, absolutely. Thank you, Erin.
You're welcome.
Third and final product, now that I'm at 6 minutes and I was so worried about
6
not
minutes,
taking enough time, is Fetal Volume Active. And this is one of the best root lifters out there on the market. And I'll tell you why. It is perfectly sprayable directly at your root, and the best part, root only. I know I break the rules.
Root only in the crown. That's where you need your volume. You don't need your volume down here. You don't need it right here. You need it in the crown.
Absolutely.
Only.
The best part about this product in particular is that you don't get a heavy sticky residue when you blow dry this in. So heat activated, again, offers that barrier of protection from the heat, but gives you a beautiful volume without a bump it, ladies and gentlemen. No bump it's necessary with this product. Ugh. So keep that in mind, and I'm going to turn it over to Miss Erin Lopez.
Bump it.
Don't do it. It's not
okay. You're blow dried. You're done. You're looking at it. You're determining, what am I going to do today? Of course, it's totally flawless. For those who want a more natural look, totally like myself, you can use a smoothing serum. I personally love Sheer Brilliance. It's a little bit heavier than some of the other ones. It gives you great shine. Sheer Brilliance by Rusk. I love me some anti-frizz.
You need to be
put it in your hands. Emulsify it in between your fingers, because if you just go like this, then you have this like panel of product on the top, but it's not in the middle. When you're styling hair, when you're putting your hands in your own hair, it's in the middle of the fingertips. Therefore, you got to get it in the middle of your fingers and on the tips. You want it everywhere. Just like hand cream. For those of you who like to have natural feeling hair, but you like to be a little bit piecier, Kira is a prime example of that today. You can use pomade or a cream or maybe like a light clay. I personally am a humongous fan of Rusk Being Rubber. It's a nice lightweight texturizing paste. That's Rubber by Rusk. Smells divine. Love it. It has a nice, easy texture. Rub it all around. You can put it in the hair. Piece it out. Make Kira look like she's about to step on the set of Dallas or something. It's all feathered back.
So easily feathered. It just naturally wants to feather. I just can't
see how soft it is, and yet it still is piecey. It can still stand up. You can lay it down. Yep, you can piece it out. Rub it in. There's lots of different things that you can do with like a lightweight texturizing paste, but your hair still moves all day long. You want to put your hands in it. You want to like revolumize it during the day. You can. It's not
re-wet it. Yep. And then
totally true. Some people will go and they'll like get their hands wet and kind of put their hands through their hair in order to re-wet it. A lot of men do that. Yeah. Lots of men love rubber. Right. That did not come out right.
I'm so worried about me saying appropriate.
This is my time. Okay. Woo! Now that I am blushing violet, moving on to my favorite product ever, hairspray. Woo!
Woo!
Changing subjects quickly. For those of you who take after my own heart and you like a hairdo that stays all day, all night, possibly all the next day, depending on what your evening was like, no judgment, hairspray is for you. I like Fido. It's a great one. It's workable hold, but it still has enough hold to where you can use it as a finisher as well. You can use aerosol, you can use pump, it doesn't really matter. The only thing about over-the-counter hairsprays is that they tend to flake if you don't shampoo your hair every day. I used to use Suave, and I had a lot of flaking here in the front. Now that I use, oh God, it was really gross. Mm-hmm. It's true. Now that I use a professional product, I can use this amount of hairspray a month, and I get no flaking. So if you want an updo, if you want a ponytail that stays in place, hairspray, hairspray, hairspray by Fido.
I love the winking, Erin.
Thanks.
You're such a good winker.
I try. I totally try.
I look like, yeah.
Like something's in your eye. It's me too.
There's
I'm
a
like,
bug in
oh,
my eye.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no.
And that is our rundown on foundation products and finishing products. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them as thecurlturns.com. And we are signing off from the back room. Feel free to join us again as I again look for the stop button.